Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Music Lab podcast. My name is Dogg, and I'm so excited to be back with all of you for another episode of the podcast. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our social media pages. That helps us and that helps the bands like Axel and Lolo. Also, check out our sponsor, RAR Outfitters. That's RAWR, outfitters.com. Don't just wear RAR. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have here en route to Los Angeles, California in 12 days. They're going to the big city, Axel and Lola. Welcome.
Woo!
Hello. Thank you for
Hello.
having us. We're so happy to be here.
So,
Yay!
when I say that, what are the emotions that are going through both of your heads when I say you're heading to LA?
A little scared, really
Yeah.
excited.
hmm
There's a lot of things that are not fully set up yet. So,
It's a process. It's a
yeah,
process.
a
As my
little.
as my mom has been describing it, we all feel anxiety, anxious and excited. And so we have been saying that all week, but we're really looking forward to it. Like our whole band's gonna be out there and
Yeah.
a lot of great musicians who we've only gotten to know virtually and we get to see in person now and make music. So yeah, we're
And what a
excited.
cool city. I'm so excited to get to know it more.
Yeah, it's new to both of us, so it's going to be an adventure for sure.
Yeah. So when you guys play live, yeah, how many
Mm.
people are in the band then?
So right now we're working with six people. So us two up front on vocals and acoustic guitar. We've got our friend Tylena on bass. Our friend Riley is our drummer. Our friend Mari is doing electric guitar, and our friend Sarah is playing keys. So we've got a whole crew up there, and we all
Yeah.
met in school. So it's really been fun to play together.
And they're all awesome and
Yeah.
amazing vibes. And
hmm
yeah, so that's great.
And so they're all going to be in LA as well then, or they've been there.
All of them will be in LA except for Tylena will be in New York. We will miss her dearly. But yeah, most of us are making the trek out to the West Coast, so we're excited.
And so Lolo, you are in Northern California now. How long have
I
you
am.
been there currently?
I was born and raised here. I'm up in Sonoma County, wine country, and it's beautiful and amazing. And if the music industry was up here, I'd be staying right here. But yeah, it's great. So I just went to Boston for school, where I met everybody at Berkeley, and but I'm happy to be home right now for sure. NorCal, the weather's unbeatable and it's beautiful and I love it. And I'm happy to be back on this coast.
How do you feel like living there all your life has kind of shaped your music kind of
Yeah.
taste and how you perform?
Yeah. Well, I would say in my area and maybe just for my parents, well, let's see, I grew up on a lot of singer-songwriter and country and folk. So a lot of storytelling music. And actually, the first way I listened to music was through movie musicals. Like the first things I was listening to was the Grease soundtrack. I was obsessed with Sound of Music. I had it on VHS. I would play it like every day after school. And that's because my mom was a theater kid. I always say I'm not a theater kid, but my mom was one, so I am one by default. Um, so yeah, that's the stuff I was raised on and also I think just being surrounded by beautiful nature and in a very free and expressive environment definitely led me to be the writer I am, I would say. Yeah.
So Axel, you came to Boston, but where did you grow up and how you growing up, or did you move around a lot? Like how did that shape your musical?
My childhood was in Puerto Rico, so I moved in sixth grade then to Orlando, and definitely like Puerto Rico. I mean, like music is part of the culture, so like I definitely like have that in me, and I've been making up like improv, like bomba, like improv rhyming and making stories and singing with the family, and like I've just been doing that since I was little, and then also my parents are both like very they love arts and they did like theater growing up, so I did theater growing up, and my sister was also super into it. So yeah, I've just always been really in it. And then I moved to Orlando, and in Orlando, never would have thought I really got influenced by like acapella like stuff. And I started doing all the acapella groups, and I was in acapella groups for like 6 years. And that definitely like my sense of harmony. Like I feel like I love that I can hear cool things that we could put in songs. And yeah, so I've just been in it my whole life. And then I started songwriting in high school, like ninth grade. And it was fun because like I I didn't know I had that in me. And then once I realized like, oh, I like to make melodies. I like to make fun little catchy melodies. Oh, I just do that every day on the regular. And then I was like, oh my God, I need to do this forever. And then I started writing and writing and writing, and some sad songs, some folky. And then I landed where I am now, like folky but pop, and yeah, all the mixes together. And yeah.
I must say, I've been to the island of Puerto Rico at least 4 or 5 times, and like every time I go, like I just fall in love more and more. Like San
It's the best.
Juan, like Calabria, Vieques, like the
Yeah.
southern coast, like it's so great. Like I just
Best
wish,
beaches
like,
you'll ever go to. And also just like the people are just like the
yeah,
best people ever. Like and strong and resilient, and
Hmm.
uh like even with like such a corrupt government, like everybody's just helping each other out. And Bad Bunny's also awesome, and he's helping the economy so much. And yeah, Puerto
Hmm.
Rico's awesome.
I just saw that. Like his concerts down there are just like it's the economic,
Incredible.
like it's amazing. Like it's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
He's so cool. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, so we go to Berkeley or we get accepted into Berkeley. Tell the audience, like, people hear the name Berkeley. I think a lot of people are familiar with it, but they really don't know anything about it. Like, I want to share, Lola, you start. Like, both
Yeah.
of you share your experience at Berkeley and what it really means to be, like, even accepted there.
Yeah. So it was kind of funny for me. I spent my whole life like manifesting and wishing to go to Berkeley for school, but it was always UC Berkeley. I grew up in NorCal and a Bears fan, and I was like set on going to Cal, and I spent, I didn't spend a lot of time on music in high school. I wrote on my own more just as like a hobby, but I was like big into academics and sports. I was ready to do the big 4-year academic college plan. And then like halfway through high school, I found out about Berklee College of Music. And I was like, oh, what an amazing school, and I will never ever get into it. Like I was like, it's across the country. That's just like totally not going to happen. I was a 2020 high school grad, so my decision for school was rushed. I ended up at one I didn't love, and then I like literally 3 weeks into my first year of university, I was like, okay, you know what? I hate where I'm at. F it. Let's just try to get into other Berkeley that I now am so intrigued by, that all these amazing singer-songwriters have gone to, and maybe my songs are good enough to get in. And so I applied, and I've never been so shocked to get an audition offer. And the audition process was very scary because, like I said, didn't do theater or a cappella or choir in high school, so I really had no experience auditioning for arts. I had experience trying out for a team, but this was different, and so it was very nerve-wracking. But we did it over Zoom because it was COVID, and I got to kind of apply as a songwriter. That's what like I really made my whole application about that. I did some songs that now I don't think are that great, but I guess they were good enough to get in, and it was really exciting and like a totally new environment for me, and it changed my life, honestly.
Yeah. How about you, Ash?
um Uh, as I said, I did like arts my whole life. And so, yeah, I was applying to all the art schools. I applied to Belmont, I applied to Frost, I applied to FSU, and then I applied to Berkeley. And I did the audition for Berkeley, and I sang an original, and my voice was like so like just going through it because I was auditioning for so many schools. and and then I got accepted, and I was so excited. But I was also just like, I mean, money. Like my family and I were like very, like middle, normal, and yeah, I was just like, how am I gonna do this? And but my parents are like just the most supportive people in my life ever. Like they're awesome, and also Berkeley is so like in the US, I feel like it's like, oh wow, Berkeley, but internationally, I feel like Berkeley is like really like wow, oh my God. And yeah, so my parents were very excited, and I said yes to FSU. I committed to FSU, and because I was like, I just can't, I'm too scared. And then like like a few days later, I was like, guys, I don't know. And then I canceled FSU and I said yes to Berkeley and I booked everything. And then I was like, oh my God. And then we visited Boston, even though there's no in-person tours because it was 2021 or 2020. And yeah. And it was like a mess, but I was so excited and my parents were so supportive, and everything ended up so fine. And I'm so glad I went. And yeah, and with money stuff, like I worked at a place called Pavement Coffee House next to Berkeley all those years, and it was an awesome opportunity to pay for a bunch of loans, and yeah, so awesome.
Great free bagels too.
Great bagels and coffee.
Crucial to our college experience, the pavement bagels.
Ceremonial grade matcha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good.
So you guys touched on the pandemic. Like I feel like the general public, like when you ask people about the pandemic, it's like they just completely forgot about it. Like it's like
Hmm.
ancient history, and it was 5 years ago. Like for
Yeah.
you both living
Mm.
at your age, like I remember when I was 21, like,
Yeah.
you wanted to do everything and anything and like you can't do that. Like,
Yeah.
how did you guys deal with that?
I mean, we were right in the thick of it. 2020 and 2021 high school grads, like,
Your half her year got canceled, and then my whole year got canceled.
yeah, it
So
was it was
I,
very, very crazy experience. And yeah, I toured Berkeley through Apple Street Map, like Street View, and I would like just walk around on my phone in like the 5 block radius to see what it was like. And yeah, we're very lucky that it all worked out for us and we were safe and healthy. And but yeah, what like a crazy time that we're still feeling the effects of, and it's
yeah,
still going
I,
on, like
I,
yeah.
I like, I feel like a lot of people experience this now that I'm seeing it. Like, I feel like I was fine those few months in that year, honestly. I was like, okay, whatever. And then like a year or two later, I feel like I started really feeling the mental
Yeah.
effects of it. And I've noticed this with like so many of my friends. We were all really changed, and like
Yeah.
social anxiety and also just anxiety in general. And yeah, and honestly, that's why music is so awesome. It's such a great to let all these things out. And
Yeah, and also that time gave a lot of artists so much time to create. And
mm,
I would say like my songwriting craft, grew exponentially because of all
me
the time I
too.
had to just be in my room with the piano and then eventually be in my room teaching myself guitar. Like,
Yeah, I fully taught myself guitar that year.
yeah, me
That was when I
too.
started playing
Yeah,
guitar. Yeah, I didn't even think about that,
I know.
Lolo.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
that's crazy, isn't
yeah,
it?
what a
So,
beautiful thing that came out of something wild.
so do you guys typically, when you're writing songs, are you typically music first and then lyrics, or are we lyrics first and then music?
We always answer this question with the classic, every song is different. But I would say a majority of the time, there's a lyric or an idea in mind. Like sometimes we'll even be like texting about something, and I'll be like, oh my God, I'm gonna write that down. That's a great line, or that's a great title, that's a great hook. Um, for me, it's always been like lyrics first. At first, I went to Berkeley wanting to just be a lyricist for
Mhm.
other people.
Sure.
Like I wasn't as, that was like definitely my main focus.
Mhm.
Um, so I would say lyrics first. I don't know. What about you,
Like
Axel?
songs, like especially for us, songs like change. Even when we want to like write about something specific, like throughout the writing process, like songs just become sometimes something else than what you originally thought you were gonna write. And
They
then it's
always
like,
become
you-
like what you need, I would
yeah.
say. Yeah.
Also, Lauren and I write a lot with the intention of like we want to write a song to make us feel better about blank. Yeah,
Yeah. It's very therapeutic for
yeah.
sure.
It's
Sometimes
you
we write
also.
a chord or something, and we're like, "Oh, this chord is cool." Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I I read or I listened to one of your guys' other interviews, and I remember you distinctly saying like, and I think it is a huge advantage for both of you as songwriters when you're living together, you're constantly bouncing off like
Yeah.
song ideas and like, like phrases of lyrics or like, hey, what you just said, that sounds like, like, hey, we
Mhm.
could do something with that. A lot of
Yeah.
bands, like the lead singer is the only, songwriter.
Yeah.
yeah,
So like,
We have an advantage for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
And
talk about that. Yeah, talk about that
Yeah.
advantage. Yeah.
Well, I would also say, yeah, it's just just having so many shared experiences in life is a huge advantage because a lot of the times we both kind of need to write about the same thing. Um, and that's a great way to like I don't- narrow down ideas and
Yeah.
bounce off of each other and kind of fill in the gaps that we know the other person is looking to fill in.
Yeah, I was talking about writing with somebody and I said like, "Oh yeah, writing with Lauren is just unfair." Because it's just like writing with anybody else. I love writing with anybody else. Like it's fun, but writing with Lauren is just like she just understands. Well, she in every sense, Lauren understands me better than anybody has ever understood me. So, of course, writing is just like it feels like I'm just like really she really helps me get my thoughts across. There's times where I struggle like really getting the idea that I need to get out and she just understands with like one word, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
the coloring book and she's the crayons.
yeah.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's very funny. Yeah. We definitely like complete each other in a way in terms of, well, in many ways, but
Yeah.
especially when we're writing a song, it's also just nice to know someone so well to the point where you can be in the room and not have to hold back your ideas and we don't get nervous about like saying five lines that are probably totally stupid or don't make sense at all and then feel comfortable enough to work through those kind of things. Like I think a lot of the times when we're writing I'll say something along the lines of, okay, so what if this next line is like blah 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 blah, but it's not those words at all, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
things like that.
We like to
And that's,
decorate words,
yeah,
like
that's a
make
privilege.
them, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, your music and I think your lyrics are naturally just want to make feel better about like make themselves feel better, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is there a challenge, I guess, in doing that maybe or maybe challenge is the wrong word, but is there like struggle that can associate with that?
Mm. I would say a little bit, but we've gotten quite used to asking the idea of like, or sorry, asking the question of what is the intent behind this and how will the listener take this? I think a
Yeah.
lot of the times we will even write a line and one of us and or oftentimes like I'll ask, okay, I see, I understand what we're trying to say here, but I also know exactly how someone else can hear this and misinterpret it. So how
Mhm.
can we get it to be clearer to lead us all to the same sort of or the same range of conclusions? Because obviously everyone can take a song for themselves and use it the way they want to. But yeah, like how can we steer this message into the direction that we both know we want it to go in?
Is there a lot of anxiety before you release a song, or are you guys like when it's ready, it's ready?
When it's ready, we definitely know it's ready.
Yeah.
And going back on the challenge thing, like it's hard. Like I think sometimes it is harder to write everything with like a oh like what will help us in this moment because sometimes we don't have anything that will help us in the moment.
Yeah.
But when it does happen, it is like so fulfilling.
It's magical. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think our song "Let's Try" is out, and that is like a song that took hard work, like writing and like really being vulnerable with each other, and that is like a really fulfilling song.
Yeah. It's still
Yeah,
my favorite one to play live. And I think,
yeah,
yeah. And thank God we poured so much of ourselves into it because it's like
yeah.
really worth it every time we sing it. And
It feels like a
we,
spell. I feel like like every time we sing it, like I feel like parts of what I was feeling in the moment come out.
yeah.
Or
And
like honestly, like it aligns with like different things I'm feeling in different
yeah.
stages of like growing up,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah.
Totally. It's also just a great one to play to a crowd. I love to see how people respond to lyrics like that and like
Mhm.
because the song kind of ends with like a call to let's like try harder to love ourselves and like it's always that's always like just a beautiful thing to perform.
Mhm. So do you guys like to conversate a lot in between songs or like to introduce songs, or is it more just about the music when you're on stage?
We definitely try to make it fun. I mean, Axel and I are both like naturally a bit awkward, and like I think we just like to let that shine on stage. We don't try to hide that. And so, we're doing improv on stage sometimes because that's
Yeah.
just what we do.
We're
And
both little nerds, you know?
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think the music does speak for itself a lot, and I think we both try to just treat a performance like this is a moment for us to share music and art and messages with friends or
Yeah.
people who might be our friends, our community. And so it feels very special.
We
And
definitely don't like describe like there's I know there's people who like describe every part about we definitely don't. We definitely try to like let the
yeah,
music speak and do its thing. Yeah.
for
It's also too like it's so incredible hard. It's incredibly hard and unfair to artists who like, when you get big enough to have a platform,
sure.
it no matter what you say, the other side is not going to like it. I'm not talking about politically, but like
Mm.
like the opposite of what you're talking about, like they're going, like how, I mean, obviously you're not at that stage yet, but like how do you envision yourself trying to like manage that and, navigate those, troubled waters, if you would say.
Well, I mean, it's natural that there's always going to be someone disagreeing with you. And honestly, I think since our music is so important to our lives and for our growth, and we just kind of want to help other people like deal with really big, hard things that we all go through. Like, I think since the intention feels so pure for us, like it's kind of easy to just like let people, say their
Mm.
disagreements and live their truth, and we can live ours, and that's fine. And being with each other and with our friends on stage and in these rooms where we're making music also feels very like protective, I would say, in a sense. Like I think we all feel a sense of home and community in music together, that it's easy to navigate the trickier parts of the
Yeah.
industry.
I think also music is like that's the cool thing about music. You can kind of like sneak in like beautiful messages within a really catchy hook. And then
Yep.
they're singing the catchy hook and they don't actually know what it's about. But then once you sing it enough, you're like,
Yep.
oh wait,
Eventually
I
the
can lead with love.
subconscious is, yes, believing in love and letting yourself feel authentically and all the beautiful things we try to focus on.
So what about set lists? Are you guys again kind of spur of the moment with the set lists, or is there kind of are they kind of thought out, or what's?
Well, it depends. For something like Bourbon and Beyond, it is heavily thought out over many weeks and we talked to many people about it. Everyone in the band weighs in. But for something like, let's see, we had a little bar gig where we came in thinking it was a 45-minute set. Turns out it was an hour and a half set. And we were up there improving songs because we didn't have stuff to fill the time. So, it really depends on the moment. But yeah, for the bigger things, we really
That
want
was a
to.
crazy gig. We were like, we were. We didn't know it was like 42, 2 45-minute sets. We thought it was like a bunch of artists were there.
We thought
And
there was
and
someone else on the bill.
then I was like, Lauren, come on, let's play the A chord, take the first singer off, and say some random words.
We honestly like crushed it though. Like it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
great.
yeah. No,
Yeah, we
our
had so
manager
much
was
fun.
like, damn, I didn't know those new songs you guys wrote. And we're like, we did not write those songs.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So, is there like a favorite cover that we're playing on these, like on this tour or like
Oh,
this year?
we just started playing one called Shine by Alice Phoebe Lou. If there is one artist that I recommend, it is Alice Phoebe Lou. That
Yeah,
is like,
Okay.
oh my
she's a
God, she
huge
is just
inspiration for us right now.
she's just I feel like she does the same thing I want to do, like
Yeah.
heal people through music. Like
Mhm.
that is yeah, and
And
that song is so
Phoebe,
beautiful.
like PH Phoebe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Her music is just so honest and like magical feeling. Yeah, like the way you said that Let's Try feels like a spell, Axel. Like
hmm,
that's Alice's music.
yeah.
Beautiful spells. Yeah.
Honestly, if you want to check out a specific song, check out Shelter
Hmm.
by her. So good. She's like it's like a poppy song, but at the same time she's like, I wasn't making the most of everything surrounding me. Like that is just like awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's been
that sounded
yeah.
good right
Mine has
there.
been fun
Yeah.
to
So let's talk about one of your songs. The song that kind of really kind of, you know, not catapulted you, but at least got you like in the right direction. You'd Like Me More. First of all, the title, sends some, I think, mixed signals. What was the intention of the title, and then talk about the story of the song.
Um, well, the title was definitely like one of those like we usually like we like to like have fun with the title and like like do a little like one part of the song, but this was just like oh it's the chorus. Okay, well like and also it's like the main part of the like the song is about friendship and like seeing them go through things that seeing them put themselves in horrible situations and you're like you want to like say something and you're trying to say stuff but like they kind of they don't like when you are trying to help them or like trying to like talk about stuff and they're just going through shit but also like you're suffering seeing them going through shit, you know? So yeah.
both had like long distance friends at that time that were we could feel kind of pulling away from us and yeah, engaging in behaviors and social situations that weren't benefiting them and seemed so different to us sort of thing. And so that song was just like we've been saying, it was a way for us to kind of deal with that situation and we were just writing to sort of get through it and understand how like our anger wasn't helping the situation and you have I don't know, we're all growing up and we're growing in different ways and yeah, so that was just a big process of I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling sad, and
I love them so much.
I love them so much. Am I responsible for any of this? We were just processing a lot of emotions with that and we were also really excited to write that song about friendship because I
Mhm.
think at first listen, a lot of people don't know that it's about a best friend.
Mhm.
Um, and so we were really proud of that. And I would say that kind of led us down a path of not wanting to write traditional romantic love songs. I
Yeah.
would say a lot of our songs are about love, but we try to steer away from the traditional sort of,
I feel like we said it's like about like relationships, like
yes,
all sorts of whether it's like it's the one with yourself or your
family.
reality or yeah, you know. And I love that song because I feel like every as we said every songwriting process is feels different, and that one felt very mathematical. We wrote it over a few weeks, and it was like boom boom like
Felt like
oh
homework,
yeah,
honestly.
we want to say this. How do we make that into a cool little metaphor? Oh, we're talking about angels. Oh, how do we put a little wordplay in there that can make it like some like because we were also very into Julia Jacqueline and she talks about sex and like just like frustration with like a lot of men and like the patriarchy and yeah. So
Yeah.
it was cool mixing all of that and saying everything we want to say in those little 3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what do you guys think about AI and music? Whether, obviously like these AI now bands are like, you know, tricking people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing like artists are using AI to help like with lyrics and with writing songs. Like, what do your guys take on that and how it can be a tool in music?
I would say that AI will never be in our writer's room ever.
No, ever, ever, ever,
Uh,
ever.
yeah, I definitely think that art is such a sacred human practice, and I think AI is honestly a threat to it. And I think it, what's the word? I feel like it's almost sacrilegious, but that's not religious, but like
Yeah, I get
I
what
don't know
you're
if it
saying.
has a space
I think
here for
also just like AI is just all like the environmental racism of it all,
yeah.
and it's hurting so many. It's taking while like they're telling. I saw this post today. I was like, they're telling Californians to stop taking long showers while they're wasting like billions of like. Oh, I don't. I'm trying to steer clear of AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it stinks because it's every country trying to get like, the best. So then they are like, like
Hmm.
if we lived in this world of like peace and like not, all of this like hostility and all this stuff, like I don't think AI would be what it is, or
No.
like
Totally.
become what it could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It's
also
just like
think
a
it's really,
competition of who has the biggest dick. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's just all
sorry, Lauren.
these men
No, I mean,
competing.
yeah. I think it's also just very sad that there's this crazy advanced technology and we're using it to write crappy songs of no substance instead of fixing climate change. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I it's very sad that art is yeah,
Yeah.
seeing this happen right now.
Hmm.
But we're gonna try our best to not let that affect our
Yeah.
music and art, and we want real people from all backgrounds and
That's why
all
you
kinds
keep
of
going. That's why you keep
people.
making art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. To be
Yeah.
here and involved in our art and making it feel real and authentic.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So social media, it's a reality, as an artist, if you want to, make it, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How do you guys tackle social media? Like, and how do you like what level of importance do you put it up there with everything else?
Yeah. I think unfortunately it's very important. Um, I think it's kind of it's definitely a bit sad that that's where the industry has kind of gone is like the more views, the more chance you have of making it, quote unquote. Um, but we just try our best to balance it in our lives. Like
Yeah.
we post our daily weekly content, we delete. We come back, we post, we delete. Like for us, it's very much
Yeah.
and while we're on it to post, we interact with, the small but loyal following we have, and it's beautiful to see the feedback. I can't deny that like social media has brought us some really awesome connections with the people who
Yeah.
listen to music, and we've gotten DMs that have like changed our lives, honestly, and really encouraged us to keep going. So
Yeah.
that
I,
part
th-
of it is beautiful.
like I think social media, of course, there's cons, but there's also so many pros.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's a balance.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I honestly had a train of thought and it went away. But yeah. I honestly I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't come up with it back. It's
I would
gone.
say like,
The train left the freaking station, y'all.
oh my
There's no
goodness.
more crayons.
There is no more crayons, girl. I think there's just a lot of cool artists that have come up from social media, and I think Laura and I were talking about just trying to not like. Yes, we're trying to post the most we can, but also not trying not to be too hard on ourselves when we don't post that much. Because also, like, I don't know, art is art, and and I don't like. I want to try my best to stay posting, but when I don't, I don't want to. I don't want to feel like my art is not as worthy or
Yeah.
as helpful as other as it is, because we've gotten DMs that have just been beautiful, and that honestly the DMs are little things that like really keep us going sometimes. Like we've gotten beautiful, like there was this girl who told us she was going through like grief, and like Let's Try really helped, and we were like, whoa, like that really,
That's why we
that
do
is
this.
why we're doing this.
Yeah, like music is community. And I don't know if you guys saw, but like I think it was Mac DeMarco who just recently posted or was just interviewed in because he's got like an upcoming project, and he was speaking on the fact that
We lost it.
he's pushing everybody to be bigger and bigger and bigger. Like that.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
Lauren, say that
Am
again.
I
Say that
frozen? Am
again.
I back?
You're back.
All
You're
right.
back.
All right. Where did I leave off?
That Mac DeMarco
Yeah.
posted something.
Mac DeMarco was interviewed for his upcoming project, and he was speaking on the fact that musicians like the career trajectory is to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's the only objective ever. And he was like, "That's not my goal. Like, I don't need to be selling out arenas. I'd rather connect with people in the theater, and really feel the community that music is building." And I think we kind of feel that as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to pressure ourselves with a timeline. Like I try to remind myself like, oh, my dream is to be a musician and write songs and share them with people. I'm doing that. I am
Yeah.
a dream. You know?
And
Like
I don't care how long that takes. I will keep
yeah.
like pursuing it. I don't like I'm not looking to go viral in a year or a month. I'm looking to just keep doing it until we have a cute little we have a little fan base that is healing from our music, and we're doing what we love. Like
Amen.
it's yeah, amen.
Mic drop. So I want to know for both of you your favorite way and where to listen to music.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Axel, but I think we have both built a lovely routine of, well, it was Boston, now it'll be LA, but walking around our city with our matching Sony headphones,
Yes,
listening to music, whether it's a
totally.
shared
That's
playlist
literally what I was gonna say.
separately. Yeah, like
Yes, CC knows me.
yep. We see each
Also,
other.
the train is
Yeah.
awesome. The train,
Mhm.
because also like we have like noise canceling head, because my honestly my ears are really sensitive, and I have like tinnitus and blah blah blah. But in the train, like blocking out some like train noises with like Alice Phoebe Lou is awesome,
Mhm.
or some Faye Webster. Yeah, just
We have a
throwing
lot
out
of
some
songs
names out
just
there.
So for Bourbon and Beyond, are there any bands or artists that you're excited to see on the day that you guys are playing?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, first of all, everyone, because this is, I don't know, I think it's both of our first like major festival experience, period. So like we're equally as excited to be guests as we are artists, you know?
Mhm.
I can't lie, I'm really excited to see Noah Kahan.
Hmm.
Like I think his songwriting is really amazing, and he's also very big in New England especially. So being there last few years, like I remember when he came to Fenway, I was really sad I wasn't there. And so I'm excited to see him, that's for
I'm
sure.
really excited for Alabama Shakes. I
Oh
love
God, I forgot they were gonna be there.
yeah, they're so cool.
Oh wow.
And also Lauren, is it Lawrence that's
Yeah, Lawrence
performing?
gonna be there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and yeah, there's just Lake Street
Oh
Dive.
my goodness. Oh
Oh
my goodness.
my gosh. If I see them, I'm gonna fangirl.
We're gonna be fanning the whole
I'm
weekend.
going to be fangirling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be seeing Alabama Shakes in September as well
Oh,
in Philly. I'm looking forward to that. I saw
They
them.
her voice is just insane.
Brittany,
Yeah.
Wow.
it's
I
incredible.
just wish I could connect more to her solo stuff.
Mm.
Oh,
I
listen
have
to
not
Stay
listened.
High.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that's a great song. Yeah, yeah.
That's a great song.
that's a good headphone song too.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
Yeah.
maybe while you're high, maybe while you're not, you
Oh,
know.
fine.
Each their own. So I want to talk about another song that you guys have written. Sofia Vergara. We talked about this before before we recorded. Like, she is such a cultural icon, and to have the gumption to write a song, named after her. I want to hear the story behind this.
So,
yeah.
yeah,
You,
you
you,
go ahead.
you, okay. We, we were, we, we wrote it about, Sofia Vergara is actually just about like want the beauty of being by yourself and like doing stuff by yourself, but also the beauty of doing stuff with somebody you really love. And it all started like, I think I was watching or you were watching
You were
the
watching it.
show Griselda.
Mhm.
And like one day we were watching it by ourselves and the other person came in, and it was it was funny that yeah, we were just one of us was watching something by themselves, and it's as simple as that. And it's beautiful that we were doing that by ourselves, and then the person joined, and then we're watching Griselda together, and yeah, you go take it on, take it on, Lauren.
So the line where we reveal the title, Sofia Vergara, is I was alone in the rain with Sofia Vergara. And that was like one of us was left watching that show alone, and we spent so much time together. And it's so beautiful and magical. But we were both like kind of learning how can we experience that magic alone and with other
Mm,
people, you know? Like life is kind of a balance of that, because at the end of the day, you know, you're with yourself the most. Um, but we were loving Griselda, and I think one of
yeah.
us had to watch it alone. And we were like, "Oh my God, let's like write about this feeling of like why are the complexities that are surrounding this simple fact that one of us had to watch the show alone, and we're missing the other one so much, but also enjoying this, and also we love Sofia Vergara,
She's
like
iconic.
it's iconic.
She's
We were
iconic.
loving the show, and we both kind of grew up watching Modern Family, and I think I was also watching it this past year, and I also think it's just when we said that line out loud, we were like, that has to be the title, because like that's an iconic woman who it I would say is not um there's a lot of iconic female figures that are in a lot of songs. Like I would say like Michelle Pfeiffer. Like you hear that name in songs a few times.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
I've never heard a song. Yep, Drew Barrymore. Never heard one with Sofia Vergara.
Yeah,
So I
and
feel like we were kind of tapping a little niche there.
also, I love that we named it while watching Griselda, because I feel like as a Latina woman with an accent and like she gets very, and also she's gorgeous, and she gets very sexualized, and also she always gets casted in such like funny like they kind of like making fun of her, but also she's part of the joke like type of roles.
Yeah.
And Griselda is a role where she's just like she's a queen getter her shit done. And honestly, like, her acting is incredible, and I
She
love
was
that
given
she
the
got that
opportunity
role.
to
What you say?
have depth. I was gonna say she was given the opportunity to have all this amazing depth and show all these sides to her acting that I feel like the general public hasn't gotten to see as much.
Yeah,
We thought
and
that was like, I don't know, a cool thing to highlight. Yeah.
yeah, she's so cool.
Yeah. My goodness.
So, do we play anything other than guitar? Do we play piano? Do we play any of their instruments? Either one of you?
Lolo plays piano.
You play piano? That was actually my first instrument. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I auditioned at Berkeley with. I was singing my songs on piano, and I didn't really start playing guitar until that first year at Berkeley. I was like, this will just open me up to a whole lot of different songwriting. Because I do think it's true that you write different songs on different instruments.
Mhm.
Like You'd Like Me More was written on piano, and I think it sounds the way it does because it started that way. Whereas Sofia Vergara was written on guitar, and I think it sounds that way because of that. Yeah,
I like
the lyric.
Lauren and I's like sound we've built though with guitar as well, because I feel like once I'm a plucker, and once I got a 12, I have a 12 string guitar, and Lauren plays a 6 string guitar.
Mhm.
And like once I got the 12 string, I was like, oh, like this I'm very, because I'm very self-taught. And once I
Me as
started
well.
playing on that, I'm like, oh, I this is the way I've been playing all along. I feel like I was made to play on this little
Yeah,
cool 12 string guitar. Yeah,
it's great. He plucks, I strum. And that's kind of how we always do it. Because I really, can I curse on this or
Of
should I
course.
able that?
I've been
I can't
cursing.
pluck for shit. I
Okay.
cannot pluck for shit. And so it's when we started making that combination, I feel like it also like it's an extension of our voices, I feel, to both be on
Yeah.
guitar. I think at one point we were making the joke that it was our Steven Universe weapon to
Yep.
bring us to our cartoons that we were talking about earlier. Steven Universe is a huge
Oh,
inspiration for us, and the characters have these like weapons they can take kind of out of their bodies, and this girl Pearl brings a sword out of her head, and we're always like, oh my God, this is my Pearl sword, my guitar, like.
yeah. Our guitars have names.
Hmm.
Hers is yours is Stell,
No, no, mine is Celeste. That's my guitar
Celeste,
name.
and mine is Chi Chi.
Peachy and Celeste are great.
And yeah, but Steven Universe is awesome. Are we do we want to dive into that yet?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I
Okay, well,
want to know this cartoon, this love of cartoons, Mr. Axe.
Hmm.
Steven Universe freaking changed my freaking life. I was writing. I feel like the first like I released a song called "No, I'm Not Lying, Beautiful" or something on like my personal project, and like that song is really Steven Universe heavy, and I feel like that love really came into Axel and Lolo because also I showed like 3 years ago I showed Lauren Steven Universe and we watched the whole show together,
It was
and
epic.
it
Totally,
was
totally changed my view of cartoons. It was incredible.
it just taught like I feel like the way I interact with the world changed once I watched that show. Like
Yeah.
I I don't know. Everyone I interact with, their Steam Universe portrays are all these weird ass characters that have weird quirks and but they're beautiful because I don't know. Everybody understands that they're just fun little quirks and it makes them who they are and Ugg is just so gorgeous and that show talks about mental health so beautifully and I feel like that really gets poured into our music and also
Yeah.
there's just beautiful songs on that show that
Hmm.
just talk about how to deal with the world honestly like our writing is very similar to that show
Yeah. Hmm.
um
I think
yeah
yeah, I was gonna say the fact that that show is marketed to probably like 6 year olds and up. Like it's made to be understood by people of all ages. And I think that's what's so incredible about it is like as a 21-year-old or wherever, when I started watching it, like I was learning from this show, but it was being delivered in such a beautiful, you know, cartoonish way that was
hmm
connecting to my inner child and my adult self. And I think that's kind of how we like to approach our music is we want to take these super complex feelings and make them digestible by all people, you know? And yeah, what an inspiration and what a joy to watch that show. Yeah.
also gay representation in like
Yep.
in
Yep.
when we were growing up and like I don't know, not a lot of shows had such beautiful lesbian
Hmm.
representation like in cartoons and like for children like ugh it's just
Yeah.
beautiful and it wasn't honestly like you barely even notice that that's part of the show it's just like
Yeah.
the beautiful love and beautiful there's a character called Garnet and Garnet is like the physical it's love taken physical form of like these two gems
Hmm.
Sapphire and Ruby and ugh it's just gorgeous and yeah beautiful.
So, do your fans or did you guys kind of establish early on like the nature of your relationship to your fans? Or do you get a lot of people that ask you or not really? Or
Honestly,
Us?
we don't get many
We
questions
don't.
about it. I think we kind of like to, I think we kind of just like to have our music be the foreground of everything. And we definitely like people to know that, okay, the people who are writing the songs you're listening to right now are super close and in a super magical way, and you can feel that in the music, and that's kind of that, you know?
Yeah,
I like that answer. Is that how you would say it, Axel?
definitely. All I can say is Lauren is the best person I've ever met in my whole life. So,
You're gonna make her blush.
Making me blush.
So I want to know what Jackie has, or you call her, is it Jackie or Jacqueline?
it's
We
Jack.
call her
We say
Jack.
Jack.
Oh, Jack. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Sometimes Jack Jack, sometimes Jackathew.
okay.
What's
Sometimes
another?
Jackalina.
Jackalina. But yeah, Jack Chang is the official title.
Okay. Yeah. So what has Jack Chang done for you guys personally, for musically, professionally, like, and how did all of that come about?
What
Oh,
hasn't she done?
what
Honestly.
hasn't she done? What a rock star, first of all. Jack is firstly, most importantly, our best friend
Yeah.
and knows us better than many people. And I think that's why she's an incredible manager, is because since she understands us, she understands our music and our project. And so I think she treats it with a lot of care, and being being indie artists who have been approached by different people on the business side of music, it's kind of hard to find someone who is 100% as interested in your music as you are. Because I think a
Hmm.
lot of people on the business side are interested in a lot of other things than the art.
Yeah.
But Jack is interested in our art, and that's what
Yeah.
makes her the freaking best.
And also, it's the best combination that she's just our friend and she's so interested in art, but also that she's just like smart as hell. That girl is
Mhm.
like so smart and she can do anything she
Yeah.
puts her mind to.
Mhm.
And I saw this girl like she needed to code something and she learned like a week later how to
Yep.
like code a simple little thing and
Mhm.
like and she puts that same like wanting to learn
Yeah.
passion into our artistry and she
Yep.
definitely like that definitely helps like her force us to kind of do more things to get our art out there and like we need that. She has the
Yeah.
personality to help us really grow and without her like I like I think we wouldn't be putting ourselves out there as much in so many different
Yeah.
ways, you know?
She encourages us to, I mean, do things like this, like talk to strangers who we've never met who are going to ask us questions, and it makes
Yeah.
us excited about it, and we're always so happy that we take her guidance and advice on these things, and yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I think Laura and I are such like artists in many senses of like just wanting to focus on art and like not
Yeah.
do anything and like just or yeah and Jack really helps us bring the business into it and
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
bring the
Yeah.
the connections and
Mhm. She
yeah all
helps us
the
like stay the course of
yes
how, okay, so we're making the music and it's amazing. How do we share it with people? And she definitely helps us like
Yeah.
lock in to
yeah. And she's
doing
like,
that.
I
It
get that
takes
you need a
work.
break right now.
Yeah.
Okay, what about tomorrow? What
Yeah.
about the next
Hmm.
day?
Hmm.
And
Total
honestly, like,
calendar
yeah,
final boss. That is
yes.
Jack.
And we
She is,
need that.
yep,
We're very
yep.
lax. Like,
She helps
yeah,
us feel structured and helps this
yes.
project feel
Yeah.
structured. It's great.
And is she based in LA too then? Will that help or
She's
no?
moving to LA
She's
with
moving with
us.
us. So
Oh,
yeah.
She
okay.
Hmm.
also lives with us. I don't know if you knew
Yeah.
that.
Also a roommate.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's her background then?
She has an incredible arts background. She's
Oh my
actually
God.
like, she's one of the best singers I
She's
know.
so talented as
She's got an
well.
incredible voice, and
And also
is an
that
incredible
resume is
actress.
stacked.
Oh, that resume is stacked.
That
She's
resume is
strategy,
stacked.
marketing, management,
Oh my
jazz
God.
singer, opera singer, everything.
I've
Yeah.
never seen somebody with so many internships.
Sounds like I might need to hire
Oh yeah. She,
Oh
I think she's a great example of like the best of the best of like the Berkeley business kids. At
yeah.
Berkeley, you have your artists and your future A&Rs, managers, all that jazz.
Yeah.
And she
Yes.
kicked butt while she
Yeah,
was
'cause
there. Yeah,
she's authentic and she's also gets shit done.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's
Queen.
the
And she
best.
also looks cool while doing it. Those
Oh
outfits are
yeah.
always
Style
awesome.
on 10, makeup on 10.
Makeup
Every-
on 10. Yeah. Queen. Freaking queen.
It's something special.
Mhm.
So I want to hear, like, what do we have, or what can your fans expect, new music wise, tour dates from now until the end of the year? What do we got?
So, I mean, most importantly, probably we've got Bourbon and Beyond coming up September 14th. We're performing in Louisville, Kentucky. We're very excited. We'll be up there with our full band, and Jack will be there. And, we're excited to meet new people and, start our major festival, journey. We've
Yeah. I
got,
think we'll definitely once we get to LA, we'll definitely plan a bunch more gigs there.
yeah,
Um
we're really wanting to
and
try out like a mini tour sort of thing in LA.
yeah.
So we'd love our
And
SoCal
yeah.
listeners to be on the lookout for gig dates coming soon.
And we definitely do have an album name, but we're gonna tease it throughout like some months and stuff.
Yeah,
And yeah, we're trying to plan an album. We're trying
yeah.
to yeah.
And but our next single will be Sofia Vergara. It is in the final stages. We're hammering it
Yeah.
out. Um, but yeah, we've got a big project kind of building upon itself right now that we're really excited about.
Cool. Yeah, and I guess LA kind of was essential in making that happen. Is that fair to say?
I mean, I think it's definitely the start to our next chapter.
Hmm.
A lot of the songs have already been written actually for this
Yeah.
upcoming project, but they are about to be recorded in a new space and fleshed out in a new space, and
Yeah.
you'll probably be able to hear that in the music, whether you know it or not. And we're excited for sure.
So I'm assuming we're Taylor Swift fans. Are we excited about the 12th album?
I am very
Do you
excited.
have a favorite album of hers, each of you, or do you just love everything about her?
It's funny you brought Taylor Swift up because earlier I was actually gonna mention that's the reason I started songwriting is because I remember listening to the radio and the radio hosts after our song from her like debut album were talking about how it was singer-songwriter. Like these songs were written and sung by Taylor Swift. And I remember making the connection, like, oh my God, like the singers can write their own songs. Like that is so cool. And that's kind of what led me down this path. And my sister is a huge Swiftie. So that's actually where I get all my Swiftie information is from my resident Swiftie,
Hmm.
Megan, my dear sister. Um, I'd say my favorite album is probably Folklore. I
Mm.
think that's a classic answer.
I love
But we both,
1989.
1989. That's why I'm excited for the next album is because it's the same producers, I want to say, as 1989. But Folklore has a song called Invisible String on it that Axel and I really love.
Love that song.
Yeah, yeah, that one's special.
Love that song.
How about
Yeah.
you, Axel?
I definitely like I honestly like I don't know I know her like major like that's why I like 1989 because it's like her major songs but I don't really know I love Invisible String but like Steven Universe that's more of like some like Lauren's putting me on to her more
Yeah.
and I love that that's awesome.
Yeah, I actually really got into her country stuff more, and then
Mhm.
like once she kind of got pop, I kind of like went away, and now obviously
Mm.
she's a superstar, so you kind of have to
Yeah.
obviously not
You
ignore
come
it,
back.
but like I like the country stuff. Like Mean, that song is so
Oh,
Oh
damn good.
yeah.
Like
classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you
It
for having
sounds like
us.
you are going to have a very busy fall and into next year.
Oh
I would
yeah.
suggest that maybe at some point Newport Folk Festival should be
Oh,
on your radar because
yeah,
you
for
guys
sure.
are right in that wheelhouse of like that kind of
That would be
Thank you.
in New
awesome.
That's
England
a
too.
big
So
compliment.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a huge compliment.
yeah. I've only gone to the festival once, and it was like in 2017 or 18,
Mhm.
but it was just fantastic. Like
Yeah.
just an amazing experience, and
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
cool.
So, how do people find out about you? Give everybody your IG, your website, all that stuff information.
Well,
Everything is Axel and Lolo.
yeah.
Everything. AXEL and
AXELANDLOLO.
yup.
Holla. Well, unfortunately, I did find out in this episode, though, that Bourbon and Beyond is not in Nashville, so we will not be seeing each other in September.
No.
But we are flying out. We are going to be in LA on November 1st, which is a Saturday. And we're going to
Oh,
have about 36 hours before we get on a ship and, we go on a cruise down to Mexico.
Oh,
So
how
I don't
fun.
know if you guys are going to be in town or during that
yes,
time.
we
I'll
will.
Let's get in
DM you. And,
touch.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It'd be awesome.
let's get some coffee,
Yeah, or
some Java.
tacos.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Well, again, thank you guys for doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our social media pages. That helps us, and that helps the bands like Axel and Lolo. Also, check out our sponsor, RAR Outfitters. That's RAWR, outfitters.com. Don't just wear, RAR. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Dog. You've been great. This is the Music Lab podcast.